Hello, and welcome to Mind Your Business. I'm Stephen Meadows. Today's Daily Gem is going to talk about defending your value. Now, we've already talked about value proposition, and we talked about how you need to know what you bring to the table. But now let's talk about defending the actual value that you bring to a situation. Obviously, I'm going to dip into real estate on this one because that's what I know. Well, that's what I know most of. So I think agents have a big problem sometimes with defending their commission, for instance. It's something where they feel like, I want to get this listing, I've got to cut my commission. In fact, this is an interesting statistic, at least it was true a couple years ago, it's probably even worse now. But a couple years ago, it was part of a consulting project, and the statistic is that 43% of all commission reductions are initiated by the agent. So that basically means before the seller even asks about it, the agent is already cutting their commission. Now, that's not necessarily, I'm not saying never cut your commission, although I know plenty of agents out there that would say, well, what do you mean never cut your commission? Of course, never cut your commission. Like, why is it even a question? And that's fine. I'm not going to preach about the merits of cutting or not cutting commission. However, I think it's important to know if you're cutting your commission because you can't defend your value, you're losing money needlessly. And also, I want to put something in perspective. So agents think, oh well, I'll just knock 1% off of the commission. Now remember, the law states, we don't have fixed pricing, none of that. So I'm not going to use actual numbers because I don't want there to be any confusion. But if a 1% reduction of a commission is not 1% of your pay, it's 16%. That's a huge pay cut. I don't know about you, but I don't feel good about taking a 16% pay cut. I think my boss knows that too. And so just keep that in mind when someone says, can you cut your commission by 1%? They're not asking for 1%. They're asking you for 16% of your pay. And the problem is because you have not shown them what value you're truly bringing to the table. So a couple of techniques you can use would be maybe what we call the series of yeses. So after you do your pitch, and it doesn't even have to be real estate, but let's just keep with that example. You do your pitch, and then you come to the end, and they want to cut your commission. Go back and talk about some of the main points, or all of them, whatever it takes. Would you agree that my marketing plan is what you need? Yes. Would you agree that my expertise is what you're looking for? Yes. Would you agree that my company's brand recognition is what you want for your home? Yes, yes, yes. Do you believe my web presence? Yes, yes, yes. So what am I missing? We're at the point where I'm not sure where their brain is. So you lead them to yes, 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 yes. So wouldn't you then agree that all of that is worth X%? The series of yeses mentally will actually make it much easier for them to say yes. So that's one technique to use. Another one is to simply say no. And this actually works some of the time. Actually, a lot of the time you'll find simply saying, I'm sorry, no. They have, sellers have been sort of trained to ask. It's sort of ingrained in the thing. Well, ask the agent if they'll knock some commission off of the price. They're told to ask. They don't really want it. I mean, yeah, they'd love to have it, but it's not the end of the world. And so a lot of agents just say, no, I don't discount my fees. Okay. Had to ask. Oh yeah, no, I totally understand. Another response that I personally love is, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you're trusting me to negotiate for your largest asset, to protect the value of your largest asset. How are you going to trust me to do that when I can't even protect the value of my own commission? And that puts them in, that puts a perspective on it from their viewpoint of, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, why would I want to have an agent that can't even protect their own value? You can't even protect your fee, which is a small portion of what we're dealing with, and I'm expecting you to protect the entire value of my asset. So those are some techniques that I would start employing. Do some role playing on that. I truly, truly believe with practice, anyone can defend their value. Now, here's the big question, and here's the part that is a little uncomfortable for some people. Are you worth it? Are you actually bringing the value that is equal to what you're charging? If you hesitate to answer that question, then you need to reevaluate the value you're bringing, and you need to reevaluate if you need to be adding services or if you need to get more experience or whatever it is. Because if you don't feel 100% positive that I am worth every penny that I am charging these people, then that's a problem that you're going to have to overcome. Because if you're not confident, how are they supposed to be confident? So those are some techniques to start using. Take a good look at yourself and make sure that you really are bringing the value that you're charging for. And then if you're sure of that, then just work on ways to defend it. So that's all for right now. I hope you have a wonderful day. Get out there, defend your value, and make great choices.